Turning now to new developments in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. A member of the grand jury filed a motion to have the sealed case and transcripts released. Liza Lucas is at the 11 Alive Bridge monitoring the latest this morning. Liza, the motion also asks that jurors be allowed to publicly speak about the case.
That's right, and both of those requests were granted, so we could be hearing from that juror, and the recordings will be released on Wednesday. So big update overnight. A lot of people talking about it on social media. We want to hear from you this morning. You can text us, let us know about that decision. This is an update. That number at the bottom of your screen. Now, this decision comes after an anonymous juror accused Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron of, quote, using the grand jurors as a shield. Now, the motion accuses Cameron of misrepresenting the grand jury discussions. Cameron announced last week the grand jury had chosen not to issue indictments on homicide charges against the three officers who fired their guns in the police raid that killed Taylor. Former officer Brett Higginson faces charges of wanton endangerment, and he pled not guilty on Monday. That was the hearing when the judge ordered a recording of the grand jury proceedings be entered into court record. Now, a statement is circulating online from Cameron where he says he stands by his case. And in that statement, a lot of people really focusing in on the last line where it says the only charge recommended was wanton endangerment. So a conversation being had on social media. You can see the tweet that I got in just a little while ago where Amarita, it's right there, says the Attorney General applying pressure to the grand jury. She brings up that question. A lot of people buzzing. I also got a tweet just a little while ago from LaRae who says he's glad that this is going to all be released. He talks about the intricacies of the conversation, but it doesn't change the outcome and that she needs justice. So a lot of questions coming forth this morning. We're going to learn more. We're going to watch and wait for those recordings to come out on Wednesday and keep you posted here at the 11 Alive Bridge.
All right, Liza, I would imagine the family of Breonna Taylor and the family's lawyers are breathing a sigh of relief over this one, because for days following the grand jury proceeding, they had been demanding that the recordings and transcripts be released. And now we're learning that at least the recording will be released tomorrow. You know, Christy, I was watching the Attorney General press conference right after the grand jury proceeding decision had been announced, and he specifically said that he walked the jury through every homicide offense, including manslaughter or reckless homicide. But listening to his press conference, it sounded like only the wanton endangerment charge had been presented there. And this grand juror is saying that what was presented to the public is not what they were being told in that grand jury proceeding. So I think the public generally, right, in this age of transparency, just wants to know more, and now we're about to hear it.
We are. That should be released tomorrow. And the Kentucky Attorney General actually confirmed that in his statement. And I think that's been the point of discussion in all of the tweets and all of the reaction from our Morning Rush viewers that I've seen. That is what people really want to know the answer to, because in the Kentucky Attorney General Cameron's statement, he says he confirms that grand jurors were never actually considering charges for Breonna Taylor's death. He only recommended the charge of wanton endangerment. And I think that's the point people were confused about. They thought it was the other way around. So when we get these recordings and these transcripts released, even though the Attorney General is afraid that may have unintended consequences in the federal investigation, I think that's what people will be looking at the most.
Yeah, how can you say that you recommended only wanton endangerment, but then tell reporters at a press conference that you walked the jurors through every homicide offense? And that's where the confusion comes up. All right, to be continued. We will stay on top of this for all of you folks. Let's turn it over to Samantha right now, tracking some thunderstorms out there.